I have so much to do.
My world just turned upside down.
I am moving.
My husband and I are taking over my dad's business, which means moving back to my home state of Wisconsin after 13 years away. But we're not ready to say goodbye to the house we've called home for the last 5 years. I have poured my heart and soul into this place, and there's still so much I want to do here. So to hold on to the home, and hopefully generate some income, we're turning it into an Airbnb. That means renovations, the challenges of long-distance property management, and of course, plenty of DIYs. Welcome to the AirBnb Diaries.
Life is a winding road.
I like how I move a chair and then a cat takes it. I need to sit there. Okay, why don't I move you over just a little bit. Now, see, you have your chair and I have my chair. Guys, I need your help. I need your help. I have so much to do over the next 4 months to turn this house that I have called home over the last 5 years into an Airbnb. And I really wanted to jump right back into working on my bedroom makeover, the space I started to tackle before my whole world turned upside down. But as of right now, I am not in the right headspace to get back to that project. My brain is running at like 1,000,000 miles an hour. I have so much just like flooding my thoughts constantly. Because that's happening, I feel like I'm getting nothing done because I just kind of keep thinking about everything I need to do instead of actually doing something about it. So I think the best thing to do to shut my brain up is spend a few days planning some stuff out. I'm even thinking I want to just like go run to like IKEA and get a few things that I know I'm gonna need for this Airbnb. I think that's gonna really help me. So today I want to sit down and go room by room and create a master list for each room. And something I have not mentioned yet, if you're new here and you don't know the layout of my house is a raised ranch style house. So that means when you walk through my front door, you got stairs going up and stairs going down to a basement. And over the last 5 years, I have made really amazing progress on my basement. But as of right now, I don't have the time and more like the money actually. I don't have the money to get that space up to the standards of being in an Airbnb. I have a lot to do down there still. For right now, I am just going to be turning the upper half of my house into an Airbnb. So this is still gonna be a 3-bedroom, 2-bath Airbnb, which I think is still gonna do really well. But this is where I need your help. Throughout this whole process, if there is anything that I mention or anything that I don't mention that you think should be a part of this Airbnb, please let me know in the comments down below. I have stayed at a ton of Airbnbs, so I have my own personal preferences, but I would love to hear yours. So with all of that being said, I need to grab some paper and let's start making a list. I have another goal over the next 4 months. Don't turn into even more of a caffeine addict than I already am. Okay, I've got a notebook. I'm gonna turn this notebook into my master notebook over the next 4 months, where every little to-do list are gonna be in here. And I am also just a classic pen and paper to-do list person. I can't do digital to-do lists. They just don't work for me. Luckily, we're starting with a room that doesn't overwhelm me because I've already done a crap ton of work out here and I didn't get to enjoy it. I think I came up with a good format. I think the hardest thing about creating a to-do list is coming up with a good format that's gonna work for you for a while. So I decided that each room is gonna get its own page so that there's plenty of space for me to continue to add to this list as things pop up. I did put my patio, my deck, and my backyard all in one space, especially because my patio, not much needs to happen out here. I then also broke up the page into 4 different categories. I've got projects, to get list, to take out list, and then my 4th category is husband specific projects, either projects that he's gonna do on his own or projects that need to happen with the both of us. And one of the major things we just need to do, not to my patio, but to the deck and to our backyard, is just get it cleaned up. So Jordan, over the next month, is gonna be helping me tackle that. I also wanna create a fire pit area in our backyard. We have a fence, it's really broken down and beaten up, so I think to make this look nicer, just taking it out is gonna look the nicest. But main things that I need to do is honestly just decat my patio, because there is white fluffy fur everywhere. I think that's a good list. This is definitely a good starting point for this space. And now let's head to my kitchen, where a little bit more needs to happen. I think I have a good list now. So for the most part, the big things that need to happen in my kitchen. 1, I am going to be carrying this beadboard look with the white on top all the way around. I know that sounds like a lot, but I know I can knock that out in a few days. And then while we're over here, I need to find some dining chairs. I have been looking and looking and looking. If you saw my thrifting in Indiana video, you know I left some chairs behind, but I really need to find some dining chairs because these ones have seen better days. They are falling apart. And then also something I would really like to happen. I don't think this is gonna happen, but I would really like to happen because I already contacted some people to get an estimate. I really wanna get new countertops. I'm whispering so that my husband doesn't hear me. I really would like to just go ahead and do new countertops if we can, and if we can swing the money portion of that, I would very much like to do that. And then if that doesn't happen, I still want to do a new sink and faucet because I think that would really help freshen up the countertop area. But if I'm gonna replace the sink and faucet, we might as well just go ahead and replace the countertops. Am I right? Just agree with me. Tell me I'm right. So I think that's everything for the kitchen. A lot of these are fun projects that I can knock out in a day or 2. So yeah, that's it for the kitchen. Okay, so like my patio, not much needs to happen to my living room because I have already done a crap ton of work. Yeah, so the only thing that really is like the big stuff that needs to happen is I just need to kind of depersonalize the space. I've got wedding photos on these shelves. A lot of these books are my husband's books, so I'm gonna have him go through which books he wants to bring with, and whatever he takes out, I'll probably go thrift and try to replace them so that these bookshelves look filled up and look nicely decorated still. The other thing that is coming with me that I am not leaving in an Airbnb is this chair. If you're new to my channel, I got this chair for 20 bucks on Facebook Marketplace. It ended up being this very expensive designer chair that I reupholstered. I absolutely love this chair, so I'm taking it with me. But there used to be a leather chair here. I still have that leather chair. I'm just gonna move it back into this place. So thank you, previous Mailey, for doing a ton of work. You're making my life so much easier. Okay guys, my studio. I think this is the room, or one of the rooms I am the saddest to say goodbye to, because this is my little art space, my little creative space. I have filmed countless videos in this room. I also use it as a hair and makeup studio, and also this room can be a guest bedroom. So I already have a bed for this room, which is really nice, but I do need to get some kind of headboard or something to like finish it off, make it look a little bit nicer, and then everything else in here is going. I really want to take this buffet with me that I have all of my art supplies in, and I think most of the artwork is staying except for a piece in the corner that's my great grandma's. So basically I just got to turn this into a normal bedroom with a bed and some nightstands. I feel like I can get that done in like a day or two. I feel like doing all of that won't be too hard. I just have to collect a few things, probably on Facebook Marketplace. My bedroom. Like I said in my last video, my plan is to keep my design and plans for this room that I had, you know, before all of this got started. My plan is to keep this room the same. The only thing that I am changing, or at least that I think I'm changing, is that my original plan was basically to build everything from scratch. I was gonna build some nightstands from scratch. I was gonna build a bed and upholster it from scratch. And then I was also going to build a bench and upholster that. And building things from scratch takes a while. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is switch it to trying to find some secondhand pieces and doing some furniture flips. At least we're gonna hope that I can find what I need to do that. The other thing I need to find is something for the wall where my vanity currently is, because I am not going to be leaving my great grandmother's vanity. But the more I look at my vanity in this room, the more I love the idea of a vanity still being on that wall, especially because I'm now not going to be doing the renovation for the bathroom that I originally planned. So because that is such a small bathroom, I like the idea of having a space outside of the bathroom that somebody could still use to get ready at. Something I've heard in other videos from people that have Airbnbs, something they recommend is making sure to have plenty of spaces for people to get ready with good lighting. So we have a lot of searching thrift stores and Facebook Marketplace to try to come up with something that's gonna give me the same look I wanted for this room, but just not from scratch. Okay guys, I'm gonna go through the last few spaces just out here. One of them is my husband's office, and he's currently working in there. It's also kind of a mess, so you don't even want to go in there. But I'm gonna go over that, and then the hallway and the last two bathrooms, they're kind of small, awkward spaces to film in. So for my husband's office, the same thing that has to happen to my studio has to happen to my husband's office. Basically, everything's got to get taken out of there, and I'm turning it into a normal guest bedroom. The other thing I really want to do, not only to the closet in my husband's office, but to the closet doors that are to the laundry area in my hallway, is that budget-friendly door makeover that I did in my studio and that I did just a few weeks ago in my bedroom. I think that is such a nice and budget-friendly way to update those slatted doors. It's gonna make it look a lot more put together throughout not only my husband's office, but the hallway. And speaking of hallways, my hallway that connects all of the bedrooms and the bathroom and everything, that space needs some work. A lot of painting needs to happen. Whoever painted the doors and the trim last did not use the right kind of paint, and it has been slowly but surely peeling off since the day we moved in. So I have been meaning to do this, I just haven't gotten to it, which is repaint, sand, prime, do everything I need to do to freshen up those doors. And then the last two spaces are the bathroom bathrooms. Luckily, the hallway bathroom, I already did a ton of work to it a few years ago. So for the most part, that bathroom is good to go. I'm just gonna do some minor little touch-ups to a few things. Thank you, past Mailey, for doing all of that work. But the final space is the master bath, and it looks like I am going to do a full-on renovation of that space. Woohoo! This isn't gonna be the original plans that I had of making that bathroom bigger, because I don't have the time or the money to do that, but I definitely know I need to do something to this bathroom. A ton of videos that I've watched about running an Airbnb, one of the major tips they say in pretty much every video is to make sure that your bathrooms are nice and clean and freshly updated. No matter how much I clean that space, it still feels really run down and gross. So it's time to just rip everything out and start from scratch. Yes, this is gonna be a lot of work, but at the same time, it's not that big of a bathroom that I can't get it done. So I think that is everything. I feel so much better that I did this. I am gonna spend the rest of the day going back through this list, making sure I didn't miss anything. And then I'm gonna also come up with a game plan of what I wanna try to accomplish over the next few days before I get back into my bedroom and start chipping away at those projects. So I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. We're taking a little road trip today to IKEA. Probably not that exciting for most of you, but I don't live near an IKEA. The two closest IKEAs are a solid hour and a half away. So since I don't go to IKEA very often, I am actually kind of excited. But I feel like IKEA is a good first pit stop for just starting to gather a few of these things that I need for my Airbnb. I've always been a big fan of IKEA's like decorative pillows, their bedding, their curtains. Also over the next 4 months, I have to slowly start replacing everything in my kitchen because I'll be taking all of our kitchenware with us. So I feel like IKEA is a good first pit stop. And the other thing that I am getting is the Rast dresser. It is this cute little $50 wood dresser. If you've been a subscriber for a while, you might remember I used 3 of them in my niece and nephew's bedroom makeover a few years ago. But what I'm gonna be doing is getting 2 of them and turning them into the nightstands in my bedroom. And I'm super excited. I think I came up with a really cool furniture flip for that dresser. So yeah, I think that's everything I'm gonna be looking for. Let's head to Virginia Beach. Okay, I just made it to IKEA. Hydrating up because IKEA is large and overwhelming every time, so don't know how long I'm gonna be in there. I always get a little turned around as well. Okay, so far all of the kitchen stuff I've seen, I feel like I can find nicer things and cheaper online. I want an eclectic mug set, so I think I'm gonna get a few of these just for funsies. Trying to pick out like a color palette that will work in my office and my husband's office. That's really pretty. I feel like 2 of these in either my room or my husband's office would really work. They're so cute. Look at that, that's so cute. Okay, now I just have to make sure I get the right inserts. Okay, they have these cute striped $7.99 curtains. 2 panels, 98 inches long. These would look really cute in my husband's office. I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna need lots of fake plants to decorate with because I won't be able to water them at all. Okay, now I gotta go find this Rast dresser. Let's go check out. Okay guys, I was able to get in and out of IKEA in like an hour and 40 something minutes, which for me is pretty good. I think that's pretty good. I did not get as much as I thought I was going to. The more I looked at the kitchenware and the bedding and the pillows, there's a lot of stuff there that I know I can get online that's gonna be cheaper and nicer quality. So I didn't get as much as I thought I was going to, but I'm still really happy with everything I did purchase, and I'm super excited for that Rast furniture flip that I'm gonna do. So what I think I'm gonna do is head home and continue to do some more planning. So it has been a few days since I went to IKEA, and I have been on Facebook Marketplace scouring it for anything and everything I can find, because I of course think the way to make my Airbnb stand out is to make it look like it is custom and cool and there's unique pieces. I don't want this space to feel like it's just filled with IKEA furniture or Wayfair furniture. So I have been on Facebook Marketplace like it is my job, because at this point it kind of is. And I actually found this really cool headboard that I went and picked up yesterday for 70 bucks, and I'm gonna put that in my studio. And then I've also been trying to come up with a way to make my upholstered bed that I originally had planned for my bedroom, but I've been trying to think of a way to make it maybe a little cheaper and a little easier, and also make it still like a cool project that hopefully some of you guys are inspired by. And I think I just found it. So I came across this bed. It had actually like a weird cover photo, but it is a very, very nice upholstered bed for 40 bucks. And I think I can just get this bed and reupholster it. So this is gonna save me a ton of money and a ton of time. So I am just spending a few more minutes on Facebook Marketplace looking for other random things, and then I'm gonna head out and grab this. Oh yeah, this is perfect. This is actually like the exact shape that I was picturing for the headboard I was gonna make from scratch. So that is absolutely perfect. Thank you, Facebook Marketplace. Good morning, guys, or afternoon. I don't know what time it is actually, but I do know I found them. Finally. I say finally like I have been searching for things on Facebook Marketplace for months on end. It's been 3 days, but I found some dining chairs and I like them. I like them a lot. I was trying to look for 4 because that's basically what my table can fit, but I found these and I really like them, and there's 6 of them. So I figured maybe I should just go ahead and get 6 so that in case something happens to one of them, I can easily replace one of the chairs. So I am getting 6 chairs for 120 bucks. If the upholstery is like worn out or gross, I'll reupholster them, but from what I can tell, I really like the upholstery on them. So I'm gonna go get these chairs and get them moved inside into my house and see what they look like. They just made it. Yeah, these look nice. Guys, I have been having such good luck on Facebook Marketplace. Such good luck. I just found the last component that I needed for my bedroom makeover, the last component that still made it so that I was sticking with my original plan and design, and that is a bench for the end of my bed. I found a few other benches, but this bench just popped up, and it is like the exact bench I designed out, with a back and the sides. It's perfect. So it's listed for 60 bucks. I didn't want to let this bench get away, so I messaged her. I'm like, I can come right now. Please don't sell it to anybody else. So let's go pick it up. This is gonna go right here for right now. Oh my goodness, she's perfect. Ugh, exact shape. Looks like it's gonna be fairly easy to reupholster. I think I'm gonna change the legs to something a little bit more ornate, but that'll be an easy fix. Okay guys, this is where I am ending episode 1 of the Airbnb Diaries. And guys, I feel so much better. My brain has calmed down quite a bit in the last few days now that I've taken the time to start planning things out. Not only do I feel more prepared to tackle my bedroom makeover, but I feel just more prepared at what needs to happen over the next 4 months to take my house to an Airbnb. And now I've also collected pretty much all of the components I need to finish my bedroom makeover, which is very helpful. And over the last few days of collecting all of these Facebook Marketplace purchases, there's something else that I finally got to finish, and that is wallpapering my ceiling. I was able to fully get all the wallpaper up, and then I've also added the trim around the border of the wallpaper, painted that, and it looks so good. I am so glad I finally got to finish that part of this makeover. So now that the wallpapering is done and out of the way, I'm gonna go get started on this nightstand makeover. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.